So, ladies and gentlemen, look what I have found. Here we go, the Three Gorges Dam live stream. And I'm actually a little bit chuffed of myself for finding this and being the first person on YouTube 2022 to actually have the live stream of the Three Gorges Dam. Now, obviously not much is happening. That the sluice gates are not open. Maybe down the bottom here somewhere you may see some traffic or a car zooming past, and that's about it. I streamed this 3 or 4 times already, one at night time. You can go and check it out on my channel. And some of the comments that I got already: is it a recording? Is it live? The Three Gorges Dam has collapsed, etc., etc. I know information from China is not the best in the world, and it's the least transparent news in the world. But this is sort of even makes sense to me. That here is a live stream of the Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River, 185 meters tall. You can see the cranes. It's in pretty good quality, maybe in like not 4K, but maybe in 720 or 1080 HD, high definition. And this actually makes sense to me in a way that we will go through the weather, and we go through the weather today, and we can see what it's like. We can go through the levels as well. So if we go to, I hope I'm doing this right because I'm doing it on a green screen, maybe like either side there or here of the actual dam, you can see the water moving a little bit, and this is the outflow of the dam. This is what is maybe producing electricity. I am also going to show something a little bit later on with my favourite Western celebrity, Mr. Jason Lightfoot, because he's been doing the propaganda once again about the situation of COVID in China. So we have the levels coming up, we have the weather coming up, and we have good old Jason Lightfoot from Living in China saying that everything's fine and the zero tolerance COVID policy in China is actually working. So let's get on with it. So let's have a look at the levels for today. Kutan, Chongqing, don't have a webcam for that, 166.97, that's gone down. And the Three Gorges Reservoir, from the live stream, you can see that's gone down as well because it's in green at 165.39. Inflow is 65 and the outflow is 7860. But you can look at the other places of the Yangtze, and there's a lot of red, and the red means it's gone up. So let's have a look at the weather, and let's have a look at the musical weather. Gentleman from the United Kingdom, from Sheffield, I do believe, and he just did a recent video. He lives in China, and he said to do that. So hats off to China for keeping up with this zero COVID policy. And he is going around his place where he lives, wherever it is in China, saying that everything, how wonderful the CCP is with their COVID policy. But let's have a look. So let's have a look of what the zero COVID policy is in China. You cannot leave your apartment. There's tape there saying you cannot cross this. If you do, the consequences are serious for you and your family. Another picture, we can go to some testing center. Here, I think maybe in Shanghai or Shenzhen. Shanghai is the epicenter at the moment, and they will go and test you, for example. And you have to do this near enough every 48 hours. If you can get out of the town, or you may be locked down actually in your factory. It can be like that. Here is Shenzhen, and people screaming, "Let me out, I can't stand this anymore, let me out, let me out." And there is zero tolerance. Doesn't matter, got no food, no nothing, you stay in wherever you have been locked down. This can be your apartment, this could be even a public toilet. You will stay there until you are allowed to leave. If you do try to leave, again, the consequences are serious for you and your family. Next picture, these people running away, getting out of the quarantine so they're not going to be in lockdown, and getting into the supermarkets and fighting, literally fighting for food until the shopping centre, the supermarket, is near enough empty. Like that. Here, what can we see here? Again, another lockdown. There's the official in his suit, and even people trying to escape, like this gentleman here. You cannot leave. They're not going to let you leave. It's more than their job's worth. It's a selfish society at the moment. It's not all for one. Here's another girl escaping so she can get food on a over precautious lockdown, zero tolerance, which you can see it's just not working. People in China had enough. This person can't get back to his apartment. He's been locked out of his apartment, so he can't go to his family. He can't pick up nothing, absolutely nothing. He's stuck outside until he's allowed back in. And testing. This is possibly the longest queue in the world for testing. I wonder how many hours people would have to wait for testing. This, I think, again, this is in Shanghai, or it is in Shenzhen, not too sure. And this has happened over the last week. So this guy, Mr. Jason Lightfoot, if you are watching, what did you say? So hats off to China for keeping up with the zero COVID policy. Just because it happened to you, and you're doing the propaganda of everything's fine and dandy, when there's enough evidence from people, Chinese citizens on Weibo, Twitter, for example, saying it's an awful situation. Not everywhere in China, but in the places that we have shown, Shenzhen and Shanghai. It's just a nightmare, and you can see why people want to escape. Zero COVID policy, yes, it does work, but it's an awful way of working. It's the people are sacrificing, and they've been doing this on and off for 2 years, but they say everything is fine in China. And this is one of the guys who has no morals, no respect, just doing the propaganda for Xi and his cronies. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to a close for today. Thank you for your time. I will be putting some streams in a little bit later. Hopefully, maybe at the same time of this, I'm going to have as the sun goes down and the lights go up. That's the plan for now, or a little bit later for today, as long as the stream is up and running. We know from previous years, sometimes it disappears, but this is from a brand new source. It's not from the regular source that other people who streamed from before are using. This is a new one, and thank you for your time. A like, a subscribe, share, And if you want to support this channel in any way, shape or form, just go to the Patreon link in the description below, or become a member of the channel. So, for myself, on a green screen, 3 Gorges Dam, thank you for your time. Bye-bye.